2 for 1 happy hour starts now. Hello, I'm Rodney. Welcome to another episode. We have a good guest on tonight. We'll be talking about the body, inside the body and outside the body. So join us. She's coming on very soon. Let me grab my partner so we can talk a little bit. Bring her on, and let's get started. While I pour my drink.
Wow.
Hello.
Can't believe you went there to the body. Body, yada, 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 yada.
I did. I'm glad it's Thursday. This says I'll drink to that, and I'm gonna drink to that.
Wow. I am very close. There we go. ADZ in the building. Yeah, so
Cheers. Thursday. Where's my stuff?
so don't forget to pin the live topic
Yeah.
comment. But
Let me do that now. Let me just show you who we're having on. Bam.
Is that a condom?
No, it's the new cocaine, baby. It's the good, healthy cocaine.
Actually, you're lying. And you got to take.
Oh, she'll explain it.
You have to take a look at the as the people come in because I can't see it. So first of all, let's get to the little talking points here. What are you drinking on?
Honestly, just concoction of some vodka and.
What's going on, man?
Hey, Rich.
Hey, I'm having my cheat meal today. My cheat meal.
I got some Tito's and a vitamin water.
Nice.
So trying to do a little healthy. Ooh.
This one I want to claim is healthy, but it's Bombora vodka out of Australia. And
ooh, sexy.
This vodka is made from grapes.
Okay.
And fun fact, grapes are the same type of ingredient for Ciroc. I did not know Ciroc was made out of grapes. Who knew?
Yeah. All right. Posted.
I've tried
pinned.
A lot of Canadian rye.
I agree.
Yeah.
He said I need to try some Canadian rye. I agree.
Right. Oh, Grey Goose too? Dang, I did not know that ain't easy. So, you know what? I don't see our guest on. So let's rock through these. This is going to be a short live tonight, folks. But let's rock through these topics right quick.
Let me go ahead and send her an invite while you do that.
Yep. So, perusing through while I was at work today, we were guests on the 6 Feet Under podcast yesterday. Believe it or not, he had us on. Uncle Poochie, the auntie lover, the auntie stealer. I forgot all his acronyms, but yeah, we were on. He was celebrating his 30th birthday, and we had a fun time. And then, hey, there she is.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, y'all.
All right.
Fix this up here.
Glad to see that you're on.
You want to do it, or are we gonna keep going? What do you want to do?
Let me finish up right quick. So it'll be a 30-second elevator speech. Tom Hanks upset. If you have not seen that, please go out there in YouTube world. Tom Hanks has actually gotten angry. I've never seen that before in my life. He was actually chased by some paparazzi, him and his wife, and somehow somebody pushed somebody else into his wife, and he just go see the video. You'll see it. But he had every right to be upset. And then
Steph said, "Hi, Kim."
Hey, last but not least, we have the NBA Finals tonight. Could be the final night. Who knows? I don't care either way who wins, but it is what it is. But anyway, on to our guests. We have Roddy. Yeah, you can actually do since you tried the product. Go ahead and do the intro.
Oh yeah. Hey, I'm gonna tell you, this is the only drugs I want in my body, and I probably said it wrong. This is not drugs. I'll let Kim explain it. She gave me a sample a while back, and I got around to opening it last week, and I saw Chef Benjamin, official Chef Benjamin site on Instagram, and he actually poured her product on some meat, and I'm like, well, I can do the same thing. So I got my sample of smoked hickory, and I poured it on my meat last night, and it was delicious. I have leftovers. I cannot wait to use it tonight.
Yeah, you told me
It
about
is,
that. Yeah.
yeah, it is very light. It is very flavorful. I cannot wait to order some off her site. I'm gonna, since it's mine, I'm gonna dip my hand in like the drugs. Mm. I'm telling you, it's really good. It's really, really good. CBD sea salt, really good, very flavorful, really, really good. So, Kim, take it away. Explain, what am I holding?
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you so much, you guys, for having me on the show. I love it. Thanks
Oh,
so
thank
much.
you. Mm.
Yeah. Thank
This is
you.
truly an important modern breakthrough. It's unfortunate that we don't have this completely legalized everywhere, right? As it's
Yeah.
so good for you, so healthy for you. So I kind of like I believe, and so many scientists, so many people have said this is truly the modern day superfood. And being able to infuse it with sea salt, which is all natural, right? It's not your iodine salt that we've been using all our lives.
Yes.
Almost too much of it, right? All the time. I'm a salt person, obviously, as you can probably imagine. But so what we did is we hired a compound pharmacist, one of the number one compound pharmacists in the U.S. He's actually in
Hey.
Forbes. Yeah, and he's been working with CBD since he got his PhD. So he was able to create this formula for our 4 different sea salts, and all of them are different sizes, coarse, a little more coarse than others, weight wise. So he was able to formulate it to where there's no taste, because sometimes with CBD there's a bit of a different taste. So the great
Hmm.
part is you get all the benefits of CBD without any of the taste, so it doesn't compromise the taste of the salt. So what we've done is, yep, exactly. We have hickory smoke, black Hawaiian, which is my favorite, pink Himalayan, which is most everybody's favorite, and then we
I want to
have
try that one.
it's so good. And then we have Hawaii or White Pacific, just your normal type of salt. And they all have different flavors. They're all, like, again, not compromised with any type of different taste. So it's, I mean, we've changed the formulation a couple times, and then finally 2 years later launched it. And just let me tell you, CBD takes a long time to do anything. Like, you to get a bank account, to get insurance. Like, we have, like, it's everything is so expensive to get. We had to get a commercial kitchen, so we have a commercial kitchen, and we're infusing all of
Wow.
our. Yeah, it's pretty, like, we have to pay for this expensive kitchen every single month, as long as we run this company, which we will be doing for a long time. But just to give you a little bit of insight, unfortunately, we didn't know much about the endocannabinoid system. I mean, not many of us have heard about it. It's come to light within the past like 2 years, but we've known about it. Scientists have known about it for the past 27 years, really, to be honest with you. And they've known that it actually is the one that regulates everything in our body, just about everything. Whereas most people thought it was the nervous system, it's actually the endocannabinoid system. So the endocannabinoid system regulates your sleep, your appetite, your mood, and so many other things. But those three things, if you're not regulated, something's going on with your body, your outer environment. I mean, it's just tough if your outer environment is allowing you to be stressed, or you're allowing the outer environment to be stressed, to stress you out. So what happens with CBD is it helps support the endocannabinoid system. So the more you have of it, the better it is for you to actually regulate, harmonize, balance your internal functions, which is huge. That's why I say it's your modern day superfood. You can kind of think
Hmm.
about it as, yeah, absolutely. You can kind of think about it as like way things happened in with caffeine. It was pretty vilified back in like I think it was in the 1930s. The federal government put out a suit against Coca-Cola back then because they said caffeine wasn't good
Yeah.
for you, and it, made you anxious and all this stuff, which it did. I mean, it really did. Interestingly
Still
enough,
does.
it's now in makeup. Yeah, it does. Yeah, too much of it's too much. Now it's in makeup. It's in medicine. I mean, most people take it every day. Most adult Americans have coffee or tea of some sort. Um, I mean, yeah, exactly. So they've eventually, so obviously it comes from a plant, and we have evolved with it, right? And so I'm just really hoping that we can evolve with the CBD, because obviously it's actually, I mean, I'd go as far as saying it's much better for you than than caffeine. I think caffeine also does some great things for you as far as like, mood boosting. It helps, with your appetite and helps you sometimes think clearly, but so does CBD, but it also addresses other ailments within your body. So our CFO, he is phenomenal. He's the CEO of one of the largest CBD research companies in the US. So his
Oh,
company has just been appointed by Congress to do research with dementia patients with CBD. So caffeine doesn't do that for you. CBD does that for you, right? I want to say one other thing, and this doesn't really get out there because nobody looks up, the FDA. But there's a little indication. It says from the FDA, in quotes, there is little indication that CBD has abuse potential or presents a significant risk to the public health. And that's from the Food and Drug Administration in 2018. I also want to mention that the World Health Organization, so this is global, also in 2018 said, and no public health problems have been associated with CBD use. In addition, the intake, people can intake around 1,500 milligrams per day. If you get up to 1,500 milligrams a day, that's pretty expensive.
yeah.
What our CBD is it's a pack. Here it is. I'll grab it. So here's a couple. Yeah, here's the pack. Yeah, there's a bunch, right? So this is
Oh,
our actual official pack. Yeah, it's really pretty. We had a designer here in Boulder, Colorado design it, and yeah. But yeah, so as far as what we have infused in regards to CBD, we have 200 milligrams in the whole package. So we figured, as far as a daily dose of something good for you that helps regulate your body internally to help you do what you need to do externally and internally, we actually infuse that with 200 milligrams of CBD. And I think that really will help compound the CBD daily. So I know some of my good friends who take so much, CBD oil daily. So again, this isn't going to pack the punch, but as you use it daily, it will start compounding within the body and it'll start helping with all of the internal functions. So we're not over here like, yeah, it's basically nobody can really, how can you overdose on salt? You're going to get sick, right? So you can't really
yeah.
overdose,
I'm not
but you
overdosing
can't.
on this.
Yeah, exactly. You can't overdose on CBD either. If you have that kind of money, maybe you can get sick from it, but 1,500 milligrams compared to 200 milligrams in this whole entire pack. But that's a standard, I think, 200 milligrams. We also have, let me grab it. We also have our bath salt too. There's
Ooh,
eucalyptus, and
Oh,
nice.
we also have lavender bath salt, and this is a little bit more CBD in there. And obviously, our skin is our biggest. What is this? Our skin is our biggest
Largest
organ,
organ.
so
Yep.
it absorbs it. Yeah, we had a bunch of people from the Boulder. There's this big like marathon, like in I think the Boston Marathon. It's a big one here in Colorado. It's called the Boulder. And we sold out of our bath salts because everybody wanted to bathe with it after the Boulder because it was such a hard run. I do want to say a few
actually,
other things about the. Oh, go ahead. Yeah,
I got a
go ahead.
question. Well, okay, someone said I need some of that. So that's good. So you might want to put the website down there. Also, too, I know I read or we talked about this stuff going into water on a daily basis too, correct? Like, so what are the benefits of that? Just getting it in your system, or what does it do how does it work with water?
Well, so for one, sea salt in general has so many healing properties as it is, let alone it being infused with CBD, which has all of these other healing properties. So you have two wonderful foods. We're going to call them superfoods. So like my brother. So he just ate really well. So the fact is he was imbalanced, and the doctor prescribed him Himalayan sea salt, and she told him to put it in his water daily, a good amount, a good pinch in his water daily, and drink that daily. So since then, and that was about a little over a year ago, he's done that, and everything's balanced now. He's back to normal. He's not sick any longer. Isn't that crazy that
Wow.
just Himalayan sea salt alone, let alone in addition to the CBD? So, so what's great about CBD and Himalayan sea salt is when you put it in there, Himalayan sea salt has like so many properties like protein and all of these other things that again regulate your body internally. So
I need that. I need that.
I actually put the Himalayan sea salt in my water daily in addition to cooking with it. I can like actually send you, I can get, oh, sorry, here's my son. I can give you guys that, that little website of what it is exactly that it does. I don't have it up right now. I'm sorry. But yeah, so I think it's super important. And I was going to say one other thing as far as timelines, because I think timelines are really important when it comes to possibly, legalizing whatever it may be for one, caffeine.
Right.
So here you go, my love. Here you go. So from the beginning of time until 1937, did you see him? Oh, you did. So from the beginning of time until 1937, cannabis was legal. 1 second, y'all. Hold on 1 sec. Oh gosh, of course it's no. Okay, so cannabis was legal, and in 1937, 1937, cannabis was effectively illegal and vilified up until like just present time, and kind of still is.
That
So
sucks.
it really sucks.
No.
Rodney, it does. You want to know why? Because I can't market on. I have money to market. I can't market on social media. I can't market on Facebook. I can't market on Instagram. I can't market on Google, my own Google like business site. I can't market on Pinterest. I can't market on, TikTok. I can't market anywhere. I can have a page, but I can't pay them to market. So what's great about like Chef Benjamin coming in is the fact that he was able to market for us as a true influencer and really give insight about like how good this is for you, how good CBD is for you. I mean, honestly, CBD is legal, but like in so many places it's not, and it's still looked down upon when this is truly like the modern cannabis. This is a truly superfood, right? This is a superfood that like actually helps orchestrate the functions within your body. Like if they get out of balance, it helps balance them out. This is insane to me that we don't have yet Congress has appointed, a CBD research company to help with dementia patients. It just doesn't make sense. So I guess it's what's really hard is for us to go, or for I don't know if it's the FDA or federal government to say, you know what, I'm sorry, we were wrong. You guys should have been using this whole time. Okay, it's legal. I think it's really hard for them maybe to do that. I don't think that like, they're willing to do that. People keep saying, oh, they're gonna, we're gonna be able to market. It's gonna be approved by the federal government soon. But I'm really hoping it does. I don't see that right now.
We have 3 questions.
Yeah, there's 3 questions, but I want to talk about that Congress thing. I'm also a licensed pharmacist in Florida. So it's very easy for Congress to make THC or CBD or medical marijuana legal federally. Just to give everybody know, and we also have another pharmacist watching as well, Kendra. Shout out Kendra. But all it takes is them voting to move it from a Schedule 1 to a Schedule 2 in the Controlled Substance Federal Act. That's it. That's all that it takes. So I think that we have a lot of, and I know some people may get mad, it's a lot of good old boys who don't want that, but that is the only step that needs to take place to legalize marijuana, THC, CBD, whatever the case may be.
That's crazy.
That's it. They just have to move it from Schedule 1 to Schedule 2. That's all they need to do. All right, sorry. Go
ahead. I'm mad.
No, I'm glad.
Well, I'm mad you called me. I'm mad you called me a good old boy. I am a good old boy. No, so the first question is how much water per pinch? So how much of this in your water per pinch?
Just like you could have just a normal 1 cup of water. 1 cup of water.
Okay.
Like a true cup, like a bottle of water.
And the what about like this? Like how much goes in here? You said.
I could probably put 2 pinches in there in that one.
2 pinches, okay.
Decent size.
Yeah.
Okay. And then someone else said the lovely Steph, my homie, she said, can you ship to all states?
I can ship to, well, not all, definitely Florida, Steph, I know
Yeah.
you're somewhere else now, isn't she? Where is she? Atlanta? No, is she?
I want to say she's close to Florida. I don't want to give her, just in case she gets,
Oh yeah, yeah.
gets
So
stalkers. I don't want to say what she is.
yeah, yeah. But so
Is
what I
it
had to
safe
What
do
to
was
about?
go.
is it safe to say if the state legalized it and voted for
Yeah.
it, that's where you
Yes,
can
you can
ship
do
to?
it. Yeah,
There you go.
and I went state by state. You're exactly right. I went state by state. It
Oh,
took me a long time, like 2 days, to figure out, are they on the cusp? Because some of them were
Yeah.
like Pennsylvania. So we had to go back into the website and say, okay, Pennsylvania's in. You know what I mean? And we had to take off the fact that we couldn't sell to them. So now we can sell to them. So yeah, it's
Nice.
oh,
uh,
she's in Atlanta.
So
Atlanta.
Georgia.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think we can. I'll take a look here. But I do want to talk about real quick the Himalayan sea salt one more time because I think that's really important, and that's one of the topics. So Himalayan sea salt with CBD is actually known as soul water, and it's basically water that has been fully saturated with salt. So the crucial thing to understand here is that soul water is made with Himalayan salt, which is prized for all of its healing properties, and it's considered one of the purest salts on earth. And what we do with the salt, it actually goes through like this machine that makes sure there's no plastic in it. Because I know that's a big question about plastic and sea salt, obviously, because there's plastic in our ocean and things like that. But as far as the best way to experience, Himalayan sea salt is to put it in water as far as taking it to the head.
Yeah.
But it really does help with it does help with the balancing the pH levels in your body, and it flushes out toxins and improves your energy and keeps you hydrated because it allows for you to absorb the water.
Nice.
So
So I got two
I think
questions because I know you
I
have
got a
to
sure.
question too.
run, but I'll keep mine very simple.
Oh yeah, somebody said Jackson wants CBD.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he needs it. This guy's off the. He's like bouncing. He has more energy than any child I've ever met in my life.
So I just want to confirm, this is non-THC CBD sea salt. Okay,
Yep.
I did
And
read that.
so if I can add on to that,
Yeah, sure.
what we had to do, and not to say we didn't want to, but it is a more expensive. We've actually had to, so the people who extract the THC test it, okay, for THC, and then the people who sell the THC, because there you have the extractors, and then you have the isolate sellers. So the people who we bought it from had to test it for THC, and then because I have a bank account, a CBD bank account, I also have to test each salt, each mixture that we make for each salt every time for THC. So obviously it was tested 3 times, no THC, or it's like less than 0.03, but I don't even think it's even that. I think it's 0.0, almost zero. Like, so no THC, completely pure CBD. So no psychotropics. No, you're not going to get high. It's again modern cannabis.
Nice. My
My
last
question.
one was, sorry, I had to
Oh,
add
go ahead.
one more. And this, you can kind of answer this towards the end as you get the other questions. Where do you see CBD in general in 5 years?
Yeah, it's going to be in every household. It's going to be in every store.
It's
It's
in my
already.
household.
Thank you. It's already being used by chefs, as you know. There's another nutrition chef that is in Florida who's using it for within their kitchen, and they do meal
Ooh.
preps. Yeah, they do meal preps, and then they sell them,
Ooh.
or they do the meal preps for a lot of athletes. And as you probably
Hmm.
know, athletes are ditching their, pills, pain pills and things for CBD. And in addition to that, public speaking, interviews, people are amping up their CBD usage even more so when they know they have a interview in a couple days or in a week. They're ditching the drink at night because they don't need to relax because they already are relaxed. So what CBD does is just kind of like turns down the dial of your stress as far as regulation. So that's just kind of a way to look at it. So in regards to stress, it works with, I mean, it obviously helps with so many other elements, or ailments, I should say, but really in regards to the stress and mood, it lowers the anxiety but you're still who you are. It doesn't change what you do. It doesn't block anything. It doesn't change anything. And what it does is help promote naturally from within. So it's win, 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 win.
Well, that's really good. I'm kind of coming back to that. My question is, like, you're very passionate about this. How did you become this? How did this fall in your lap where it's like, I know, CBD, sea salt. How this come up? How'd you get
I'm
this
so glad
going?
you asked that. That's such a good question. So I own Avance Learning Solutions. It's an online training firm, and I've owned that for quite some time. So I've been an entrepreneur for some time. I took the risk. I left my big girl job, and I went into entrepreneurship and did pretty well. Toyota was one of my first clients, and he actually is a user of CBD Sea Salt as well. And he's gonna send a little promotion soon too. So he owns like I think 14 or 15 Miracle Toyotas, because they're all green, meaning that they're all like, anyway, they're good to the planet. So he's a good friend of mine, and he's all about CBD and how healthy it is. And he actually got me into CBD. As a matter of fact, he suggested it while I was working with he and his team, and I was like, interesting, because at the time I was in Florida, although I'm from Denver. So then I started another company called Medical Academy. We were accredited by the Board of Medical Education, which took 4 years to become accredited, meaning that we provide continuing medical education to physicians, not nurses, not licensed therapists, to doctors. We wanted to add on those other things. It just took a lot longer. So, but anyway, we were accredited by the Board of Medical Education. It took a long time, and that's one of the biggest accreditations you can get as far as education for post grad for physicians. Right, we're teaching doctors how to do their job in the modern state. So they went to school. They graduated 20 years ago. They need to know the new stuff, right? So we had quite a few courses online, and then somebody wanted to buy my company, so I sold it. It took a year to get the
Nice.
sale. Yeah, I sold it in January. So I sold Medical Academy, and I was like, well, in that time though, while I was in the sale, we couldn't really do anything to Medical Academy. I couldn't change or do anything, so I had time. So I was like, what can I do? Hey, do you understand?
Oh
I was like,
no. What's
There
wrong,
we
Jackson? What's
go.
wrong?
Jackson. Hey, what's
say
up,
hi to
buddy?
me.
Jax.
He can't hear you.
Hey.
Man,
You're in my
Jax,
ears.
Jax, I met you once. I met you once,
Yeah,
and you were in the little
Santa.
stroller.
Yay.
Jax. Oh, wait, we have a question too. So let me tell you, this guy, my mom, I think, paid this guy to walk me to the bus stop in like another neighborhood because we had to get up so early. God, I can't believe he's on here. This
That's so
guy named
sweet.
Sean. Sean asked, "Can I purchase this directly from your site, or do you have them in select spots? Do you have them in select spots
Delicious.
also?"
Oh yes,
What's up,
yes, you
Sean?
can
Oh my
purchase.
God,
Hi,
Sean.
thank you. That's crazy. What a small world. Yes, absolutely. You could purchase directly from our site. So our first thought was doing retail to consumer, so direct to consumer, and I think we've done pretty well with it. It ships out within like a day or so, and you get it first class via USPS, and yeah, I think. Here you go. You can go ahead and play with it. I think it's easier that way. But yes, going back to your question, and thanks for that question, Sean. Going back to your first question, I needed something else. I needed to do something else. I have this entrepreneurial spirit, right? And I just was selling my company. I was like, what can I do? And I was literally meditating in my parents' basement, and I'm telling you, they have orange carpet still from the day that when I got the house.
Ooh.
It's orange carpet. So anyhow,
Wow.
yeah, it was a couple summers ago, and I was like meditating down there for a minute because it was hot upstairs. They don't have AC, and I was like, what do I do? What should I do? With Medical Academy, with all this going on, what should I do? And I literally meditated, and I came to, and I was like, salt. Everybody loves salt. I gotta do
Yep,
salt. Something with salt.
Yeah.
With that next
salt.
day. Yes, everybody, and we have to have salt. We don't produce salt ourselves. We, since the beginning of time, have to look for salt, whether it be through meat or following the footsteps of animals to salt deposits. But salt has so much history. There's salt wars.
Yeah,
India was changed, became its own country. Outside of I think was it the Queen, right? British rule through with salt. There's so much history with salt. Salt was the first the exchange, like monetization, like salt was. There's salt tray hoops.
Damn.
There's so much. So anyway, I love salt. But talk about a rich history. So yeah, I just figured, and then I was like, maybe we can infuse it with CBD. Now that'd even be better. Like, I love
Yeah.
CBD. So they say CBD actually also helps your hair grow. I mean, it does all sorts of stuff. So yeah, so that's kind of how I came up with it. And that next day I created the website and I talked to everybody I knew and they're like, I love the idea. This is so smart. Like, oh my gosh, this is so wonderful. But again, it took me 2 years to launch. I launched on 420 this year. You guys, 2 years is a long time. I had to get the because my mojo kept going up, and then it went back down, and then it went up, and then COVID. But like, it took like extra long to have these packages made, right? I mean, I thought it was just a month, and it took 3 months, and it took 4 months, and I'm like, and then I had to get an attorney, then I had to get insurance, and the kitchen, I had to go to all these different kitchens, but then the bank wouldn't give it to me until I gave the kitchen, and I couldn't get the state tax ID unless I got the bank account, and I couldn't get the food license unless I got the state tax ID. I mean, it was like all these hoops. I had to give my great grandmother's information. I'm telling you, it was crazy.
Wow.
I never knew how hard it was to get to own a CBD company, but I don't care. I'm very passionate about it, and I believe in it wholeheartedly. I take it myself, my mom, my family, my brother, they every single day. And I truly feel it's the modern superfood. And I really want to push it with all chefs, in all restaurants, steak encrusted CBD sea salt with all drinks, your margarita. You have the smoked hickory, Rodney, and that's good for Bloody Marys or, for everything, put it on anything.
Steak.
So yeah.
Steak.
Steak is the best for that. That's the best for steak for sure. I think I asked you
Oh yeah.
what you wanted, and you said you wanted that one. That one's so good.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, because I think I've had like Himalayan, whatever, that's a popular flavor among a lot of stuff. So I'm like, let me try this. I did not disappoint. This is really good on meat. Really, really good. I'm gonna try and I'm getting more, but I want to put some on some chicken later hopefully this weekend or next week, early next week. It's real. Oh, damn. Steph got a question. Sorry, I'm talking. She said, so is it just your company or do you have partners?
Good question. Because I had 2 other companies at the time, and I'm not in the know in regards to CBD. I took on one of my dearest friends who, as I mentioned, is our CFO and has been in CBD for over 7 years and is the CEO of the #1 research CBD company in like the US, at the very least in Colorado. So to have him behind me with the knowledge, with the legalities, putting all of the information on the back of this, like I would never have known that, right? So the legalese and things like that, he has helped me so much. It's phenomenal. I've known him since he was 13. I was older. He was a good friend of mine, like neighbor-ish. So it's so cool to have seen him grow up and see how well he's doing himself. But yeah, so that's my business partner. There are a few other people that would like to join, but I'm not ready for that. I think we're doing okay right now. Like this weekend, we went to Red Rocks. Are you familiar with that amphitheater, Red Rocks Amphitheater in Denver, Colorado?
I am.
Oh,
yes.
I am. He's not.
Yeah.
Well, you need to go there. That's a bucket list. You're gonna have to look that up right after this. We passed out like 1,000 flyers because they were doing Red Rocks yoga on the rocks. So what it is this beautiful amphitheater, one of the best amphitheaters in the entire world. It's God made, like it is phenomenal, and the acoustics are fantastic. So it's like stairs to heaven, if you will, but you have this big like amphitheater, so people do yoga on the rocks, right? And it's not rocks, it's red, but they flattened everything out, so you have rows to sit on. So those yoga people came down from the rocks, and I passed out like a ton of samples, and we put all of the flyers on the cars of everybody, because again, we can't we're trying to be creative with how we market. So, but I'm telling you, I started shaking because there were so many people. They were like, oh my gosh, what is that? CBD sea salt? All cooking? Wait, you could cook with it? I'm like, yeah. And then we had the beautiful samples of our bath salts, right? And I was just like, yes, of course. And there were so many people that were like, I want one. And all these thousands of people were coming down. And I was like, my business partner and his family are on one side of the amphitheater, and I'm on the very other side, like, because it's a pretty big amphitheater. And so I was just like shaking because there were so many people. Like, talk about a rush. Like, everybody like, I want one, I want one. I'm like, here you go, here you go. Don't even
Yeah,
think that's, it says don't
it's
consume
good
on the
stuff.
bath salt. It is, yeah.
Yeah.
So I think eventually it's just spreading the word, and I can't do it through social media like I would love to, but it's okay.
Well, we can do it though, right? I mean, it's legal for me to. I don't care. I
Yeah,
mean,
this is
yeah.
exactly what we need to do. And I do want to say a few other things about one of my other favorite small salts, which is black Hawaiian salt. That I love that salt. It's a good
Ooh,
finishing salt. You can put it on just about anything, and then you could also put it on rim drinks. But the black salt,
ooh.
Hawaiian
He
salt,
likes that.
it's so good. I'm telling you, it's so good. It
Wait,
improves your
I thought you
kidneys.
liked around the rim.
Yes, around the rim. Oh my gosh, the drinks. Uh, you're funny. Okay, so it helps to improve your liver, your adrenal gland functions, helps to slow down the aging process in the body tissue, relieves
Mm.
muscle pain, and increases cell activity within the body. And that's the Black Hawaiian paired with CBD. So, I
Oh.
mean, it's insane. Superfood, modern day superfood. I'm so excited
Right.
about it.
Superfood.
Kim,
Yeah.
Superfood.
I appreciate you coming on. I know you said
Thank
you had a
you.
limited amount of time.
I know the boy, he's
You
hungry.
Wait. Anyone have questions for her? Because she got to feed her baby.
yeah, you know
Get the
what?
questions out right now.
Even if you have questions, if you think about some questions later on, please send them to us, or you can send them directly to at CBD Sea Salt.
Follow
Send
her.
them
Yep.
directly to her. Go to the website cbdseasalt.com. Direct orders, depending on what state you're in. She might can
Yeah.
direct ship, or you may have to cross the border and go get your stuff.
See,
No. Travis said
so we
no.
got
Just kidding.
so so we got two more questions. So Steph has one
Okay.
more question. I have a question to go back to the bath salt stuff. So I know it's not THC, but how does it make your body feel in a just in a tub? Like, is it a
So
soothing thing? Is it just what does it attack?
yeah, absolutely. So again, because your body, your skin is the biggest organ, it definitely is a soothing thing. And so what your body feels is a moment of clarity as it's
Mm.
intaking all of this, a moment of clarity, a moment of calm, a moment of like almost like you're releasing endorphins. And I don't know if people knew this, but everybody thought endorphins, like with the runner's high, it was with endorphins. It's actually through the endocannabinoid system, and again regulated by CBD. So I just want to throw that out there. It's not endorphins. It's the endocannabinoid system when you get that runner's high. So, so yeah, the bath salts, I mean, they're scented with eucalyptus, all natural, and scented, and the other one is scented with lavender, again, all natural. And I mean, talk about an experience of just greatness. You feel it, you feel great, you feel amazing. It's not like your normal bath. It's a luxurious spa type of in-home spa. Let's just say that event.
Okay, so bath bombs versus CBD bath salts. Which one wins?
I love bath bombs. I think they're so pretty, especially the ones with the flowers that like, fizzle out. But CBD is, all of the healing properties, right? And going
Good
to your
answer.
biggest organ. Yeah. So I mean, I
Good
like
answer.
both, but
Yeah.
let's just who wants to be healthy. This is like a true like health like lifestyle. Like it's the way things we should have been using this for so long. This should have been in our like everyday. It should have been. It should be. It is going to be.
Good.
And going to help us get there.
All right.
We okay. Well, we have a question from the lovely
Yeah,
Steph.
sure.
Is there a
Yeah.
pack that has more than one flavor?
We don't have like we just so basically we have four different flavors, and they're all sold separately. I was gonna do like sold within a 4 pack, but we do sell samples as well. So Steph, if you want to purchase, I'll include a bunch of samples in there too.
Samples.
For anybody who's listening, whoever purchases like your normal, whether it's a bath salt or one or two sea salts, whatever you like. I'll include a bunch of different types of
Mm.
other samples for the other stuff that you didn't, purchase. So yeah, and there's a lot in
Nice.
here. There's a lot in here.
And it smells so good. It smells so
Oh,
damn
yours
good.
smells so. Yours is
Oh
so
my
good.
God.
Like that is
Yeah, this
like
hickory.
that's the hickory. Yeah, that one's amazing. And so somebody
Ugh.
asked, how is that? How is it formulated as far as the hickory? it's
Mm.
so somebody asked, like, is it polluting, our environment? But it's actually a cold infusion. It's not a heat
Wow.
infusion. It's a cold infusion for the hickory
Nice.
smoke. Yeah.
So let me ask this, because I don't want everybody to just start getting free samples just because. Could it be that who's ever watching this, if you want to throw some samples in there, should they put in the comment section 2 for 1, and then that would indicate to you, oh, they watched it live.
Yes.
And
Okay. I'll do it.
then we can go
Absolutely.
ahead, because
Heck
we're
yes.
trying to help you out too, to not,
Yeah. No.
just give out samples to
Absolutely.
anybody. So everybody who's watching, if you go to CBD Sea Salt, put in a comment section somewhere, I watched you on 2 for 1 or 2 for 1. She's gonna know what that's about. She might throw in, I'm not promising because it's not my product, so I
I
don't want to
will,
promise
for sure.
anything.
For sure.
And let's just go from there. But I just don't want just some random person watching this,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden you're just giving away product.
Yeah. No. 2 for 1 would be great. And then, and so what happens is once you can actually like register as a like just a person who's a part of the website, and you could then log in, and then once you register you can then buy. You can either buy without registering, and the registering, only what it does is it'll allow you to comment, is really what it does. So personal comments and
There
things,
you
so
go.
I'll know that you are the 2 for 1, you watched the
There
show,
you
and I would
go.
definitely give the 2 for 1. So yeah, absolutely.
All right. Go ahead and mention 2 for 1. I don't want to say happy hour live. That's just way too much. Just mention 2 for 1. She'll know what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
And
Kim,
you got to smell this. You got to
Yeah.
smell this. Damn.
These
I
actually
might,
smell
I
so
might,
good too.
you like a
They do.
crackhead, to be honest, right
I
now.
know, I honestly might snort this. Damn. But
I
it smells so
literally
good,
bring it
Kim.
everywhere I go. I literally bring it everywhere I go, like my own little, because I don't take the big one. I just take my sample one, because you could still seal it as well, and they're
Yeah.
all, of course,
I,
sealed
I
like
do like
this.
that.
Yeah, isn't that nice?
I like the fact you can seal it. Yeah.
Right.
It's a pretty tough outer package too, because I've been touching this thing like for the last 45 minutes and even last night, and I've zipped it, unzipped it, tasted it, and it's still like it came in the mail a week or two ago.
And this
Oh,
is like
French.
a Mylar bag. So this is the Mylar bag. This is what you'll get if you like buy one, like the real one. Not that's just, I mean, they're both real, but the sample versus the real. So the Mylar bag
Yeah.
is actually for CBD, right? So it doesn't, it keeps right within the Mylar bag more than it would with just, anything else. And you're not worried about plastics or anything like that. So this is, again, we had to do our research and make sure that we had, what was perfect for CBD. And I
I
designed
do
it
have,
with the designer, so I let that, I open
oh,
space.
that's smart.
Sure, go ahead.
That's smart. I do have a question, but someone said I need to snack some. So again, it's commented down here, French fries and fairy tales. Uh, you get a free
I
sample
love it.
by commenting 2 for 1 on CBD salt on CBDSeaSalt.com. Register. Say you saw this on 2 for 1, you get a sample. But my question was, how does this do in
Yes.
the heat? Like if you're since you mentioned taking it somewhere, how does it do in a hot state like Florida or Montreal or wherever? I'm kidding. But yeah, but how does it
Yeah,
do
yeah.
in a hot
I mean,
state?
I think it's just like, so with CBD, it will eventually be compromised in heat. It will eventually be compromised. So it loses it's some of its form. It's a true compound. So it'll lose some of its form in the sense of the longer it's in the heat, the less you'll get from the CBD, because it'll break down. So I'd highly suggest, if you take it, like just don't put it directly in sunlight, or try to like at least put it in your pocket or in your purse. I always keep it in my cute, adorable purse, my summer purse.
Oh.
So yeah. So and I mean, I truly have stuff in here. Look, I'm just gonna show you. There's a bunch of
Bam. There you
stuff.
go.
No joke.
Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Don't
So
snort it
yeah,
right now.
I definitely keep it with me, and it's hot here too. It's like 100
It smells
degrees
that good.
today or yesterday. It's always
Oh wow.
it's really hot here. Yeah, so yeah. Just make sure you kind of keep it, out of the direct sunlight if possible. It's not gonna, like, the first time it's in direct sunlight, it's not gonna go bad. It just doesn't go bad. Just after time it will, and it'll break down faster if it's in sunlight, the heat.
Okay.
Yeah, good
Nice.
question.
Again, Kim, we appreciate you coming on. I know you got
Thank
your
you.
little one.
You're so welcome.
Jackson is like stealing the scene in the background, but we appreciate you coming on. We will definitely tag you in when we post the live,
Yes.
and this will eventually go up on YouTube, so people will also see it out
Oh,
there.
cool.
And
Yeah.
thank you for coming on. We really appreciate your time.
I
But
really
also,
appreciate
well,
you
last
inviting me.
well, lastly, if you want to plug anything, anybody, anything else, this is your chance before you go off. You want to? Does Jackson have is he Instagram or anything like that? Plug it, whatever.
Okay, sure. I have a YouTube channel called The Awakening Series where I interview brilliant minds. So like content
I've seen that. That's a
physicists.
badass series. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really exciting. CEOs of Bitcoin companies. It's really fun, and we're doing pretty well on it. So I think I'm gonna like start talking about CBD on it a little, because what happens is I think traffic, because I already have traffic, it'll eventually start. Although I can't promote it, I can post actual videos of CBD. I just can't, I can't promote it. But so I think the traffic will help, enlighten and bring this to the forefront with chefs and whomever else. So I'm going to invite chefs and people like that on the show so they can talk a little bit about how exciting this is. Like, obviously, Chef Benjamin loved the idea. You heard him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, he got a new follower too, because I had no idea. So I'm like, oh wow, look at his meals and everything.
Yeah.
But you said The Awakening. What's it called? The Awakening what on YouTube?
The Awakening Series. Yeah. Should I put that in there? The Awakening Series.
Yeah, because I'm typing it now, so you'll probably do better.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow, it's pretty cool.
Oh, it is. I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. I've definitely seen it.
Yeah, so you'll
see, it's good stuff.
I think that's about it. And then we're on Instagram, as you can tell. That's my Instagram, CBD Sea Salt. And then the actual website is plural, cbdseasalts.com. So.
And we're actually about to have Chef. Well, I'm not gonna say that. We've reached out to Chef Benjamin to get him on, because this is kind of like closing it full circle of you promoting the product and then us having him on as he uses it in his daily life. And I don't know.
We're gonna make him mention this. We're gonna make him mention if we get him on.
Have him do like a 30-minute meal. Well, I can't say 30-minute meals. Dang it. A meal done in 30 minutes, because I think that's copyrighted. But we will have Chef Benjamin on, mention your product, and we're like, look, dude, we're not going to have you on unless you use CBD sea salt.
I love that. I think he will. The way he spoke about it, because he must know the properties that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He must know all of the benefits, because he spoke to the benefits. He's like, I'm already thinking, which was so cute. That was funny. So, but yeah, that makes me so happy. Thank you guys. That would be phenomenal.
No.
Wow.
No
yeah,
problem.
If I
We're all
can watch
about
him
networking.
and you guys talk about it, like, just let me know. I will be watching that show, and if you want me to chime in here and there, I could do that too. But like,
yep.
I really appreciate the forward thinking. And what's funny is it's not even really forward thinking, because we should have had this in our diet long ago.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Can you believe the endocannabinoid system? I mean, nobody knew about it. We've only been talking about it for a few years. So yeah. It's crazy.
I didn't learn about it in pharmacy school, so this is new to me.
And most doctors didn't learn about it. I mean, that's why like with my medical academy company that I just sold, before COVID, we were going to have these big events, symposiums, and what happened is we were going to include a pain management anesthesiologist to speak on this topic, CBD.
Nice.
However, we couldn't do it in person. We had to cancel it due to COVID.
Right.
But yeah, this was one of our bigger events, and it had to do with CBD. So, I mean, doctors are now learning about it too, just like you said.
Right.
And everybody.
Yep. Again, thank you, Kim. Jackson is like stirring the pot in the background.
Oh,
I know. I'm so sorry.
Feed that kid. It's okay. Yeah. Feed that kid.
Everybody stay tuned. We got a little bit of one more thing to mention before we hop off. Kim, thank you again. We will be reaching out to you with any other additional questions at CBD Sea Salt. Everybody go check them out, cbdseasalt.com. Place your orders. They're waiting on you right now. Thanks, Kim.
Thanks, everyone. Yay.
Bye.
Awesome. It's nice to meet you too. Thank you, Rodney. Thanks, everyone.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.
You are welcome.
Bye.
CBD Sea Salt.
So, it's interesting. We was talking about chefs and everything like that. I know you reached out to Chef Benjamin, we want to have him on doing like a cooking demo, perhaps. And that'll be interesting because that'll be the actual, other than Alicia, the yoga coach, and Rich doing some of his maneuvers. That'll be the third person that we've actually had as a guest on doing their craft on our live. So that's one of the things that we're trying to reach out to Chef Benjamin to see if he can go and do that and incorporate some of that CBD sea salt. But this is not a sponsored channel, but one thing we will do is talk about bam.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
The Pitbull Shaver Platinum Pro. This is not a sponsored video, but hey, I use this every day, every other day, most likely, yeah, every other day. Comes in a nice little carrying pouch. It has on here where you are as far as your battery life. You can use this in the shower or not the shower, and all of a sudden, there we go, live demonstration. I used it the other day, but you know what? That's all it is, folks.
So you can use it dry or wet?
Dry or wet.
Oh.
Wet. So I've had this for about 2 years, and we will, hey, I love it. Are you okay? You good? Anyway, I love this thing. Reach out to Pitbull Shavers. They have several. Are you?
Fuck you, man.
Anyway, there we go.
Fuck you, dude.
Pitbull Shavers Platinum Pro. This is the high top end quality shaver that they have. Hey,
you almost killed me.
By promoting shaver. I mean, this is a shaver. I'm trying to get them to sponsor us because we're both bald and in need. Anyway, hey, go out there and get it. Check out their website. Comes in a nice carrying case. They have other products out there.
Shelly, thank you.
Let's get it.
Shelly, thank you. He just said some crazy code word that really got me when I was drinking. Thank you, Shelly.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Oh, Sean says, Sean,
actually,
damn, I can't believe this. Sean Johnson. He's like, how often do you?
You actually don't need to change the blades that often. It's very, let me see here. I can just take this off.
Oh.
Rinse it out.
Ooh.
Plop it back on. But because I'm in the shower and I use it every day, it still works. I don't have to change it that often, man. And I've had it for about a year and a half now. But I
hate you.
I use it in the shower. I use it, when I'm not in the shower. If I'm running late for work, I'll go ahead and use it up, on my head and call it a day. That's it. But join us next week. Hope you'll be okay. Join us next week, same time, same channel, 2-for-1 Happy Hour Live next Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll be back here. Another guest talking about our usual topics or new topics. And don't forget to bring your drink. Anyway,
I hate you.
You guys, wait, you okay? Okay. All right.
No, I hate you.
Be good. Peace. Hair grease. Except for us. See you next week.
See you guys.
All right.
Thank you for joining. Ooh.